So the way this works is Louis goes first. All the cultists go next because you guys are stooped in a 5-foot tunnel, and I said that was going to come up later. It means you lost all initiative bonus. All right. So Louis, you have the ability to attack this cultist yet again, which I'm so glad that they're leaving this on you.
This is not good. I guess I am going to...
You have his gun now.
Try and shoot him with this gun that I have in my hand. This fully functioning Magnum. Because I'm so good at shooting guns.
I mean, you're in a roll with advantage because you are at close quarters, and you also have, it's close quarters, and there's really nowhere he can go.
Close quarters, and I have what? Sorry, I lost you on that one.
Oh, and there's, like, really nowhere he can go. Like, you're in a really tight corridor.
Man, my first roll was a 38, which was not a pass. My second roll was a 19, which is a pass.
Okay, so then he rolls to see if he dodges that, which he probably doesn't. He rolls with disadvantage, let's say.
Point blank, essentially.
Alrighty. He actually did manage to dodge that, but the gunshot like sparks off of some of the gunpowder, and it starts to like it sets a little bit of a fire towards the doorway where everybody kind of came from. It doesn't explode, which is thankful, but it does start a fire towards the back of the ship.
Can I do anything else?
No, because that was your turn. So now it's the cultist.
I can't hand the gun to behind me.
No, because you would have shot, and then now it's his turn. Fights go really quick in this one. So the cultist is going to try and punch you again. Roll dexterity.
47, but my dex is 70, so I pass.
Oh yeah, okay. So you managed to dodge his punch. The people and then now the other two cultists go. Basically, they start to climb up the shaft because now they have the box in its restraints and everything, and it's being lifted. So it's about like a third of the way out of the cargo hold now. It's on its way up to the top of the hold. So now, Wink, it's your turn.
I did say I grabbed the rope. Am I going with it or not? I did say I grabbed the rope.
Actually, roll a strength check. I thought you just kind of grabbed it as like a way to like, kind of like...
No, hold on.
Okay.
I want to leave. 38.
38, which is pretty strong.
Under 50.
So you're actually kind of holding the box down a little bit. So one of the cultists is going to try and kick you. Because they don't want you to... They're just like, hey, what the hell? What the hell is this guy doing?
I'm not trying to stop... I'm not trying to stop you, I just want to come with.
He basically just kind of puts a foot on you and just kind of, like, he's not a very good kick. He's just trying to, like, push you kind of down and off.
I'm gonna have to insist you don't.
Insist you don't. But now Henry is kind of being pulled into that little chamber that the box was in. So that's kind of freeing up a little bit more room in this little tunnel that you guys are in. So now, Wink, it's your turn.
Okay, I don't think I have a gun, actually. I think I gave that a gun.
All out.
Yeah. So, but what I do have is 3 pockets of opium. So, is there a cultist near me?
I mean, if you go back out, like backwards through the tunnel that Henry's in, you would have access to 2 cultists.
Where are Everett and Louis from me?
They're in front of you, but they're kind of blocking the way to the only cultist that they can fight.
Okay, well I'll move towards Henry, then.
Okay, so there's like a kind of an opening, and then there's 2 cultists. One of them has a foot on Henry, and he's like trying to just kind of push him off. The other one just kind of sees you, but you have the initiative, so...
Okay, I'm going to throw my pocket full of opium at the one that's pushing the top.
Sand. Okay, so here's the order of things that you have to do. So first, throw dexterity.
Okay. I got it. I got 30.
All right. So you hit the guy with the opium and stuff. Now I need you to roll a power check.
I did not get that. I got a 7.
All right. So now I need you to roll a Constitution check.
Oh, jeez. I did get that one though. I got a 47.
you throw the powder at the one guy, and he just goes, ah! But then you reach into your pocket, debating whether or not you want to shove a little bit up your nose. But you resist the urge to do so. And the cultist, let's see if he... Whoop, juice. Let's see if he gets away with this.
Magic opium.
He resists it. And it's interesting because you can kind of see why he resists it. It hits his face, and you hear breathing through the kerchiefs that are around his face, and it seems to block it. So that's his resistance to it. But now he sees you, and he's like, "What the hell?" And then now it is Everett's turn.
Okay. I'm still in attack mode. I'm trying to get this treasure stuff. What do you want me to do?
Well, there's a fire going. You have a gun. You'd have to reload it because it's a carbine. Those only have 1 shot each. So I don't.
I also have a torch in my hand, which I think I would like to throw onto some of the people who are still lifting up this box.
Oh, that's super dangerous. The things barring you from doing that is Wink and Henry are both in the way before you can get to the hole. You're kind of stuck in the middle.
I don't want to do that. So is there anyone behind me?
I mean, I'm pretty small. He could hit the big guy that's in front of me,
you could
right?
probably hit the cultists behind, like, because Louis is really small, so you can probably
It's like
work
a torch,
around him.
right?
Yeah, with a torch, you could probably burn him.
Hit him in the face of the torch.
Yeah, I want to stab him in the face with the torch.
Alrighty, roll brawl.
Okay, I got 23, and it's 25, so I guess I did get it.
You actually did it. Okay, so we'll just say that you actually did do it because he's so distracted by Louis, like with his flurry of blows and shooting, that you actually managed to shove the torch right in this guy's face. Mm-hmm. And due to all the rags he's wearing, it immediately sets him ablaze. So he just goes, oh, and he and now he's covered in fire.
Kick him in the face as it's burning.
Yeah, and he screams and he runs backwards and he kind of falls into the fire that was already starting back there. So now the fire's getting even bigger and it's starting to burn into the boxes full of guns. So, your way out, the way you came, is now blocked. You're gonna have to probably get out the way that the box is being lifted. So that leaves Henry. Henry, it is now your turn.
I want to...
Henry
You
goes
currently
again.
have a cultist with a boot on your shoulder just trying to push you off, and the box is slowly being lifted, but you're kind of delaying the progress of that.
I want to try to climb up to where they are. Climb up that rope.
Alrighty, so I guess roll strength. Or climbing? Do you have climbing?
I don't have climbing.
Roll
I
climbing.
do. It's the one thing I'm good at.
I don't do it, unfortunately.
You tried to climb and fail, so roll a strength check to see if you hold on to the rope. At this point, it's kind of pulling you.
I did.
Okay, so your feet, you're tippy-toeing, but you're still holding on to it. And so now it's back to Louis, which you now no longer have a cultist in front of you, just a big fire.
I take Everett's torch and I put the gun in his hand and I try and weasel in between him to get to the cultists that are pulling up Henry.
Alrighty. Okay, so you try to just kind of weasel past everybody and go up the shaft?
Yeah, I give him I weasel past him and I'm gonna climb. So I'm a good climber.
Alrighty. Roll climbing.
Great, 47, but I got a 60, so I passed.
Alrighty, so you start to climb up, but one of the cultists sees you. Cultist 1 is dead, so...
I have the torch in my hand too.
So you're holding a torch and climbing?
Man, it's my hobby. Put it in my team.
I'm gonna say you don't have the torch, but you don't also...
Okay.
You also don't need it anymore. We'll say that when Mike
Yeah.
stabbed it into the guy's face, he took it with him.
Okay, yeah.
You don't really need it
I
anymore
gave him-
because you're now in a shaft that connects to the... You can see the sky from here. And you're going up into it, so you don't really need the
Great.
torch anymore. But this cultist sees you, and he's just like, "Oh, how many people are in this cargo hold?" And he pulls a gun out and he goes to shoot you with it.
Oh, jeez.
and he misses. It just shoots into the wood at the bottom of the tunnel, or at the bottom of the shaft. But you do know he means business. Yeah, he's like, if any of you move, if any of you down here move, and that includes you, rope boy, and he's talking to Henry, if any of you move, I will shoot and kill every single one of you.
That's what the other guy said, and he, yeah.
I am 43. I'm not a boy. I'm a man.
Yeah, but you know he means business.
Thank you for reminding me.
As he says that, the other guy pulls a gun out too. So just know that you now have 2 guns on you, and they're getting away.
Well, am I on top of this chest?
No, you're not on top of the chest. It's basically like you started climbing the shaft, and you got to about like close to where one of them was. But he pulled the gun on you before you got any closer. So the cultist number 3 just goes, I recommend that you all back off. And he just waves the gun. He's pointing a gun at everyone. Like both of them are just kind of pointing down the shaft. And now one of them has their hand at the top of the shaft.
Wait, so they're coming into the shaft, but they're just noticing now that there's a bunch of people in here, so they don't really have a whole count of everyone, right?
They have an account of everybody that's in the shaft, so I believe that is just Henry and Louis. Wink threw something into the shaft, but he's not in the shaft yet.
Well, I'd like to sneak in there if I can.
Into the shaft?
Yeah, I mean, I'm
Shoot him down.
I'm very sneaky.
You would have to do stealth in order to do that.
Okay. Alright, let's go for it. Oh boy. Never mind.
You walked in.
91.
So they see another person poke their head into the shaft, and cultist number 2 just goes, how many people are in that shaft? And he takes a shot. Which actually pegs you in the shoulder.
Ow! Ah!
And it does. Let's see, where are you?
Alright.
Everett doesn't get to finish his turn? He doesn't get to shoot or anything?
No, he failed a stealth check, and they had guns pointed down the shaft, so they saw him immediately. You take 5 points of damage, to which you're at 10. You had 10, so now you have 5.
That's alright.
Alrighty, and the box is basically clear. It's almost cleared the shaft now, but you still have the 2 guys holding guns on you, and they're just like, if anybody moves, we will shoot you. We will kill you. We mean it.
But they don't know where
They don't know where you are, but there is a fire slowly encroaching on you, and it's getting closer to the guns and the dynamite.
Is there a gun I can grab?
No, there's nothing in here.
I don't have anything either.
You are closest to... I'm trying to think of how everybody's in... You're probably closest to Everett, but you're still in the tunnel.
Okay. Can I sneakily grab one of Everett's?
Everett's what?
Because he has a sidearm, doesn't he?
No, he... Or did you pull it out, or...
I put it into his hands.
He had the carbine. No, he just had a carbine. Henry had a magnum. Oh wait, no, you had the magnum from the cultists.
Yep.
Wait, but is he using? Are you using it, Everett?
I'm sure he had it in his hand.
I never pulled it out.
Oh,
No, what are you talking? I gave it to you. Did you?
Yeah, but he was using a rifle, so he probably put it.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's in my back pocket or something. Yeah, grab it.
I can use my sleight of hand. Try and grab that. Right?
Sure. Yeah, go for it.
Okay. See, comes in handy. Movie magic. Yeah, I got 38 out of 90, so.
Alrighty. So you grab the gun from his back pocket.
It's loaded, right? Can I check make sure it's loaded?
Oh yeah, sure. It's got 5 more bullets in it because he only shot once.
And so, what's the layout of bad guys that I can?
Basically, up this shaft. Here's the shaft. Here's where Louis is. Here's where Cultist 1 and Cultist 2 are. They're kind of at the top now. They're basically about to climb out of the hole. And then everybody else is kind of just inside at the bottom of the shaft.
Okay. Am I at the bottom still, or am I up still a little bit?
Ty, you're up a little bit because you're kind of holding onto the rope still.
Yeah.
Who's pointing a gun at everybody?
Both cultists.
Or if I shoot one, whose turn's next? Henry?
Wink, and then Henry,
And then...
and then Louis, and then the cultists.
Okay. Taking a chance here. I'm gonna point at the one that said shit.
So cultist number 3 is
Fire.
more late.
Now, quick question. I don't have a firearm ability. Can I still use it?
Yeah,
Yep.
you're just gonna really suck at it, and you might shoot
So I have
your
to get-
friends.
Under a 20? Oh.
Yeah.
Yep. That's what I had too, and I managed it once, but I knew it wouldn't happen again.
You also
So I
had
But you know what I got?
because you were in a
You know what I got?
Oh
You know what I
yeah.
got that is better than firearm ability? Acting ability. So I come out from... Nobody move! There are 30 of us lined in the walls.
Roll it.
Everybody's guns are on you guys. You better not move. You think you had the advantage? No.
No, roll that.
Alright.
This is a fucking great idea.
I got it. I got a 35 out of 45.
You see cultist number 3, they're both still pointing guns down the shaft, but cultist number 3 looks to cultist number 2 with like a nervous expression, and then he mentions to cultist number 2, and I'm just gonna call him Rick and Bobby. Rick is cultist number 2 and Bobby's cultist number 3. Bobby goes to Rick and he's just like, you know, we don't know how many people are down there, and you said yourself like 3 times how many people are in that shaft.
And you
And then
don't
Ricky
realize
just goes-
you ran into the one John Wayne.
And then Ricky kind of turns to Bobby, and he just goes, "Shit, what do you want to do?" And the crate's still coming up. The crate's still coming up, and there's like, and then cultist number 3, or Bobby, just puts his gun down and goes like this, and cultist number 2 looks at him and shoots him. He just blows his head off, like right then and there. But that gives
time to do something else.
what?
Can you like do one more thing, or
No, that's the end of your turn because that was a pretty great turn.
I should just shoot the last guy.
And then as like so he shoots his friend, but that gives you guys kind of an opening to do something.
Who's next? Me?
Next up is Henry. Henry is still holding on to the crate, so he is the closest.
I'm gonna try to grab him.
All right. I guess. Grab. What would that be? What do you think? What are you thinking?
I would assume it'd be
Probably accounting.
Probably accounting. I'm going to account for your sweater in my fist.
yeah. I'm gonna try to I'm gonna out strength probably, right?
Strength's probably best. Yeah, I'll go with that.
Yeah. Oop, that was only one, but that doesn't matter. Yep. 40 out of 50.
Oh, so you got him. So you grabbed him. Let me roll to see if he is grabbed, but let's see if you how grabbed he? Oh god. So you grab him and you pull him and he falls down the shaft. Rolled. Let's see who's at the bottom of the shaft. Wink and Everett. Wink and Everett are at the bottom of the shaft. Roll dexterity.
Both of us?
Yeah,
Okay.
both of you.
I got it. I
got it too.
didn't. I did not. I got a 90.
I got it.
You missed. Okay, so the cultist falls on Wink, but Everett manages to dodge out of the way. So the cultist is very heavily wounded, but also Tom is wounded as well. Let's say you took 5 points of damage. A giant heavy body just fell on you from a pretty great distance.
My weak bum leg.
Tom! Oh god, yeah, that's why you would have had disabilities. Story-wise, it's cool. Tom, roll a luck check.
Where is that? Where is luck? Oh,
It's just your, yeah.
I did not get it. I have a 50.
Yeah. Oh, okay. So the camera kind of cracks against the ground. You don't know if it's broken. Yeah. So, that all being said, the now that the cultist is kind of on the floor, let's see, whose turn was that? That was...
It was mine.
Yeah, so I'm next.
You fucked everything.
Yeah, so it's Lewis's turn. So Louis, you're actually towards the top. The crate is still being lifted.
Is it my turn if I listen to see if there are a lot of people up there?
I'd say you could do both.
I can do both. I'm gonna take a listen check and see if I hear people up there. 14, so I hear them.
All right, so you don't hear a lot of people. You hear what sounds like a crank being, cranked. But then you also hear somebody chanting in a language you've never heard of before. Go ahead and roll world. What's it called? Languages or whatever.
World check. I passed.
Okay, yeah, you've never heard this language before, which is still valuable even though you passed the check. Like, this is an alien language. Like, this is not something you've ever heard in your life before. Chanting as he's cranking this thing. So now you have the ability to kind of like get up there or something.
Well, I'll jump on this column chest thing and I'm gonna try and untie the knot.
Oh, so that would drop it onto everybody. Well, let's say it kind of moved a little bit onto the cargo hole, onto the deck now. So yeah, let's say, what's a good skill for that? Well, look at your skills. What do you think? Maybe
Medicine.
Do you have
Like bandaging?
operate heavy machinery? I know that's one.
That is one. It has a 1% next to it.
Just to throw this out there, I have mechanical repair. We probably didn't need to come out of the boat.
No, because everybody on the crew also has that skill. It still takes
I know,
a while
it's
to
easy.
fix it. Yeah. You could have stayed behind and helped fix it though. Let's say Dix. What do you have?
Dexterity check?
Yeah.
That seems legit.
Yeah, maybe.
Yep, 27. So I passed that. No problem.
Okay, so it's not. So you undo the knot on one of the ropes, so it kind of makes the box hang like that. But now you're kind of roll a climbing check.
Passed. I rolled a 44.
All
I
right,
got
so
75.
you basically undo it, but then that means that your footing drops as the crate just kind of goes like this, but you're still holding onto the rope.
You better hold on there, Skippy. I say to Henry.
Yeah.
I've got it.
And then, but then as
Big strong hands.
as the crate goes like this, it swings for a second, but then it drops onto the deck because it just slips out of the other holding.
So we're on the deck with these other people. What do I see?
You're on the deck. Basically, you're hanging from a rope on the deck, which is it's still moving, like as if it's swinging over the side of the ship.
They're gonna dump us onto their boat. Yeah.
Yeah, and then what's it called? And as you're getting kind of closer to the edge, you see just one man sitting in a rather decently sized like motorboat. But he's as soon as he sees you hanging up from the rope and not the crate or his friends, he stops. But he's still chanting. But the look on his face is like. As he's like making this
You
like,
move quick,
but he doesn't break his concentration. And then he immediately pulls out a gun.
Oh shit. Can I turn over? Or
No, you can do one more thing. Let's say, just because you're.
how high am I off the deck?
Not very high. You could drop.
Yeah, I'll drop and hide.
Drop and hide. All right.
Yep.
Henry, what do you do? We're kind of out of initiative order because you've killed everybody. Or everybody's dead in some way. Well, actually, no, we aren't. Because the cultist is still alive. He's just sitting on top of Wink.
Tom.
So now it is that cultist's turn. So he kind of like. You're gonna pay for that, and he pulls what looks like a crazy dagger with the same symbol on it as his chest, and he tries to stab Wink with it. Let's see, he's gonna roll with disadvantage because he is heavily wounded. He got a 93, so he definitely didn't do it. So he kind of just stabs the wood next to you, and that leaves. It's now whose turn? It's now Wink's turn.
Can I do two quick things that are kind of the same thing?
Sure.
Can I pull his mask off and stuff opium in his face?
Sure. Yeah, we'll just say dexterity will do for all of that.
Okay.
Roll with advantage because he's like dead.
Okay, I got it. Wait, got it. I got a 54 out of 80.
Okay, so you tear off his mask, so it's in your hand now, and you slap him in the face with the opium, and his skin starts to like decay right before your eyes. He almost starts to look like the people in the kitchen, and he just before he can like finally die after he screams for a moment, but then he just says, "It doesn't matter. The spawn of the green abyss will have its day." And then he
whatever, kid.
He crinkles up. All right.
Whatever.
He crinkles up and he just decays right there as he gets it in his face.
Some good shit.